Hello and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast, or a brand new episode this week. Where there's just everything happening at the moment. Expected this week would be quite a quiet week. Not much to talk about, but it's just been different. There's been transfer rumour after transfer rumour. Obviously, Patterson's on his way to Everton. We'll give our thoughts about that as well. But talk about all the transfers. Give our thoughts on if you think they're going to happen. Would we like them to happen? Then hopefully we'll see some business in the next couple of days. And then the main part of this episode was always for last week, giving our team of the season so far in the Scottish Premier League. When we done this last season, I think we done it at the end of the season. We didn't do one through the middle of the season. It was basically just a full Rangers team. So this season it's a bit different. There's been a lot of players stepping up for different teams, different teams giving other teams problems, so it's not all going to be Rangers based. We've tried to be as fair as possible with it, so I'm going to do that as well. And as always, if you do like the podcast, if you like it, subscribe to them, and be very much appreciated. 250 subscribers now on the YouTube. Appreciate that as well. So let's get into it then. Transfer news starting off. We'll start with the players we've been linked with. James Sands is the more sort of one that's probably happening in the next couple of days. New York City, centre defensive midfielder, 21 years old, USA international. He's just off the back of winning the league with New York. Highly sought after. There's teams in Germany looking at him as well. It's always said he's wanted to come over and play European football. So New York City have been giving him the chance to go out on loan. It's looking like an 18-month loan deal. We can make that permanent in the summer if we want to. And I was looking at his transfer market value. He's about £4 or £5 million in value. So quite a highly rated player by all means. What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, first off, his name sounds like a character for like Neighbours or Home and Away, but I know this boy seems to be getting all the praise and the ratings. As I say, mate, we welcome him, see what he's like. We'll send you Jack Simpson if you want for a free. Pretty sure the guy'd happy just to come over. Nah, I hate to hang on that guy all the time, but no, he sounds like an interesting signing, definitely. Anyway, do seem like we do need cover at centre half positions, especially with the injuries that are happening. Maybe COVID, you never know. But it's good that we're looking at players in that position anyway.
Nah, and players that can play different sort of positions as well. Is very versatile. Can play at right back, centre half, centre mid. So it's good to have players like that. Larry Boyle, he's one that comes to mind. He can play anywhere on the pitch. Hopefully similar to this guy that's coming in, still young as well, a back obviously, but Gio's doing the transfer market. He worked over with the City group and everything, so he's obviously getting an indication of the talent over there. So this one, if it goes through, I'll back him. We've had a decent sort of track record to be Americans. Mo Edu, Claudio Reyna, of course, but then Matt Polster. I think a lot of people, when they seen this, were thinking Matt Polster straight away. Never really made the impact we all thought he would. So hopefully this guy is totally different, and hopefully in the next couple of days we'll see him announced.
Hopefully, that's the main thing. Hopefully we do get to see him play in the blue jersey. Aye. And
then the more sort of exciting one is Andreas Skov Olsen for Bologna. Right-sided winger, $5 million bid apparently been lodged by Rangers to Bologna for his services. That's the asking price as well. So again, exciting. He played at the Euros, of course. Denmark had a very good campaign there. Bologna, he's never really hit the heights. He's always been involved, but he's never really made an impact. He plays sort of right wing back or right wing for them. It doesn't really work out for him, but hopefully if we get him over, he's 22 years old still as well, so definitely I feel like the type of players that we should be looking at. Proven in the international stage with Denmark, playing in a good league, playing with a good team, Bologna. $5 million, I think this one excites me a lot.
Excites me a lot, and all you have to say is thank you, Nathan Patterson. That money will do as well. No, I like this one a lot because it's kind of similar to me for Hadji. You're buying a guy for what he can do and the potential, with a sell on. Maybe if he does turn it up, he's saying an international player, experience with Denmark. We were all rooting for them in the summer, so it would be nice to see him come over. Obviously, Italian league, a different league. It's no, I don't know if it's as physical as over here, but it'd be nice to see a player like that come over. Definitely, as I've said, that right hand side for us up front is available for him to take it. I've been calling for something like my boy Scott Wright to step up and take it, and he's performing well. But maybe this is the bit of quality that can do all the stuff that maybe Scott Wright can't do in terms of shooting, man.
Nah,
I hope
that's.
he's been practicing that. Hey,
I
Scott,
know.
you better been listening to the podcast, son. Down at the local park with the balls, be practicing.
Scott, right? That's the only thing he needs to add to his game. To be honest with you, if he keeps performing like he does for his full game, he just needs to brush up on his final ball, and he's sort of the player that we're hoping he is going to be. But battling out with a guy like Scott Olsen is only going to bring out the best in both of them. I would feel both obviously looking to make a mark, make a point. The price tag, if it does go through with Scott Olsen, will hang on his head for a lot of Rangers fans as well. Like Ryan Kent, I mean, I remember when he signed for 7 million. Like, every single time he played bad, it was, we signed you for 7 million. What's this all about? So he's going to have that on his back. Immediate pressure straight away to come in and win every game. Bologna are not really that sort of side that are looking to win the Serie A or anything, but he's coming straight into a winning team here.
You've got a decent wee side, as I say. That boy that was at Hearts, is he know there?
No, Aaron Hickey, he's
that
maybe
boy
going to Milan.
At Milan, what?
Apparently,
and that boy for Aberdeen, he's linked with him. But I know they've got one or two players that are linked with Spanish teams anyway. I think Sevilla are looking at one or two of their players, so they do have a decent team. But they're not, as we say, winning is every game, like it is over here. And as I say, a player like that, you're looking at him, as I said, similar to Hadji, what he could potentially do for us, and then the sell-on value as well. Which hopefully, if it works out, would be good.
It works out for all parties. I feel he needs somewhere, I think, to be appreciated, to play his best football week in, week out, playing the European stage, still obviously keep his place with Denmark as well. So I feel that at Rangers he's got a good platform to go and do that. And for the fee as well, 5 million, the Patterson money, as you said, coming in clutch with that. It's something you need to take the risks if you're wanting to obviously go and sell the player on for more. So I'm excited about that one. And Danish media and Bologna media and all that are reporting we've lodged a £5 million bid. So hopefully we'll see that come to fruition maybe in the next couple of days as well. The next one I've seen is Danilo Doki, the Vitesse Arnhem centre half. Okie dokie. The Vitesse centre half, captain, 23 years old. Guy looks like a unit. Guy looks exactly who I want to be in the centre half line for us. We need to get this one done. Pre-contract as well is going to cost us nothing. Bill them in with us.
I'd be delighted with this one as well. I like exactly what you're saying there, mate. He's kind of player I wanted at back. As you say, big Dutchman. I was looking for the Dutch signings. Gio ain't going to disappoint. He's going to bring in the Dutch boys. I'm happy for that. No, but I want a big, strong, physical centre half. As I say, we've obviously got a potential with Connor Goldson maybe leaving in the free for the summer or this month. You never know. So it's nice to know that, all right, cool. If you're going to go, we're going to bring somebody in on the free, and even that American boy as well. I'm liking the soundings a Dutch and an American at the back.
No.
That sounds like a good partnership there, hopefully. But let's not forget we do have quality, and my boy Calvin Bassey who's playing wherever he's playing, and whatever Balogun as well, and big Philip Hollander, who seems to be getting forgot about.
No.
But I guarantee you, when he comes back, he'll remind people, I'm the number one centre half at this club. Don't you forget it.
Nah, of course. For looking at centre halves, I think the Doki one, if it does happen, it'll be in the summer. I don't feel it will get him straight away.
I will.
But it would be nice to have that thought coming into the summer with a player of that quality by all means. So looking forward to see how that one progresses, and hopefully we get that one over the line. A couple of ones that have been sort of there and thereabouts is Javi Simons, obviously for PSG. It's reignited a wee bit of interest in the news and that. I mean, if we get something like that, like one of the top youngsters in the world, I just don't see how that can even make sense. But he started for PSG in the cup 2 days ago, and they won 4-0 or something like that. So if we get that one over the line, it's just like, what a job Gio's doing already to get players like that in the door.
No, a tremendous job. It'd be, as I said, it'd be marvellous to have a player like that. But I don't know if he's wanting to come over and do it in the cold nights away to Bitodre or down at Livy on the plastic parks, so it is personal hanging. But if he does come over, he'd definitely be a top player and somebody I do think the fans would all fall in love with instantly.
Nah, hopefully. Again, fingers crossed for that one. It seems a bit left field, but it'd be nice to get a player like that in the door. And then the last one that's sort of been rumoured, you'll know him well, Crescencio Somerville for Leeds. And he has a track record with Van Bronckhorst. He brought him through at Feyenoord, so of course he knows who he is. Don't know if he's been playing that much for Leeds. I know they've had their own injury issues and that, but what's he like?
No, as I say, I think the last real proper game I remember him coming on off the top of my head is the Newcastle game. I know he was involved in. He is a young, exciting player. He is somebody that Marcelo is trying to work into his squad. As I say, he's second to Rafinha. As I said to you before, he's a pacey guy. He's a quick king. You know what I'm on about. He's flashy on the Insta. Do you know what I mean? Look at me in the third coat. Look, I'm good. Do you know what I mean? He knows he's a baller. He's a true baller. I'm telling you that right now, son. No, but he is a top player. As I say, still young, still a lot to learn in his game. But if he was to come up here, it definitely would be a massive learning curve for him. Definitely. But as I say, he could play either left or right. So it would be exciting. I don't personally see it happening, to be honest with you. I'm just injuries and what's happening at Leeds. I can't see MD being let go. As I say, I know Rafinha's been linked with Bayern Munich for like 50, 60 million. I don't see it
Yeah.
happening, to be honest. But I can't see that one happening. But the other ones, mate, that we've talked about before, these ones, I do see hopefully potentially happening.
Yeah, because we had situation as well. If we go and sign Scott Wilson, we're not going to need a guy let me come in.
You're not going to sign a player like him on loan when you've paid 5 million for a player, are you? So
in the same position as well. So we'll see how the right wing position progresses. It seems like Gio is wanting somebody in there. So hopefully it is Scott Wilson. I'll be excited by that. But more positive news, it's actually confirmed. Leon King has signed a new contract. He's going to be part of the first team squad now, sort of fifth choice centre half at the moment. So impressive news for him. There was also rumours that Gerrard was wanting to take him down to Aston Villa with him. But we've secured these services for a while anyway, till 2024. And he's going to be part of the main squad, which is good for Leon King.
It is good for Leon King. He's somebody that I've been impressed with. He seems to just constantly get his head down and do the work and takes the opportunity when it's given him. I think, as we're going to touch on, Nathan, he's going to be definitely somebody that, as I say, the academy are going to look at and say, look, listen, this is where you can go to, this is what you can do if you really put the work in, you really focus. And he is somebody who has done that. He's took his opportunities when he's got them. It would be nice to see another one for the academy come through and progress into first team football. A lot of competition there, as we say, but it's only more positive for the club. You can't let somebody, as I say, as young as him, go about really doing something. But it's nice to see, mate. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it's nice to see him get tied down and be part of the main squad. I think that's exactly what Gio and his staff want to do: bring the young talent through and give them their chance. So maybe for that still an Albion game that's in the next couple of weeks, it could be Leon King's maybe full debut. So be nice to see that. And then on to obviously the departure of Nathan Patterson yesterday to Everton. The story broke early last week and then sort of was confirmed on Twitter by Heart and Hand and all that Sunday night. 12 million with £4 million add-ons and selling fee and everything. I think that's spectacular work for Ross Wilson and everybody involved to be able to get that sort of fee for a guy who's only started 4 league games. We might forget that, but he only ever started 4 league games for Rangers. Made his mark pretty instantly though. He was, you just seen him and you knew straight away he's going to be a top player. And obviously Gerrard brought him through and everything. He could see that as well. So nice to see Patterson get his move to Everton. Gets a healthy bit of dough into the club as well. And it seems to be a good move for all parties. What's your thoughts on it?
It's a fantastic bit of business, as I said to you, in terms of what Ross Wilson and boys have done to get it over the line and make sure that we've got the right sort of price for him. Obviously, he's only started 4 games. I did say with the last game he did play. I do feel like there's maybe it's because he's not playing regular football. That's what the boy needs, and I hope he gets that at Everton. I really do, because he is a top player. Definitely he'll be hanging with Scotland, as we say. But I do feel like there is a bit of work still there to be done. So you never know. It could go one way or the other. As I say, at the moment in time, we absolutely adore him. You know what I mean? He's living the life that you and myself and everybody watching would have wanted to do. Do you know what I mean? Being a youngster coming through, winning 55 with your boyhood club. And as I say, it's only a shining example in the academy. The players that we are producing. As I say, the one that annoys me the most that we didn't get a real right amount of money for was Billy Gilmore. But no, for Nathan, it's fantastic that he's got a move like that. I just hope he gets to play full time. As I say, Rafa, you better play him, son. That's all I'm saying. No, whoever at the back, Nathan needs to be playing. I'll definitely have an eye on the fixtures and look out for him. I'm delighted for him. But as I say, Jerry Maguire, show me the money.
I know, big money for a guy who never really started for us. And I think we probably spoke about it all the time. Like if he's on the bench, we're going to run risky losing him. And losing him for that amount of money is something I can hold my hands up and say, look, it's good business on. You go play your football, get the regular game time we know, and every Rangers fan know you should be getting. It's just a shame that the captain and arguably one of your best players is in that position. So I have no complaints about it. I also think he's going to go down to Everton and start pretty much straight away. They've chased him for the summer. And it's going to be exciting to see him in the Premier League, a homegrown Rangers player that we've adored for the last couple of seasons, playing the Premier League with Everton. Obviously, they're on a bad way now, but I think he's the sort of player that can come in and provide for like guys like Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison, and all that. He's got a good squad to work with there. So over the moon for Nathan Patterson, to be honest.
No, I'm delighted, as I said, mate. It's fantastic business for us, and it's a great opportunity for him. And as we say, you never know. He could move on to the top six. He could end up in the Championship. You never know which way it's going to go for him, but I just pray it goes for the right way, because you want to see a boy like that succeed. What I would tell the Evertonians is this boy enjoys a good gaff. So if he goes to a couple of them, I know.
But then he's came a long way for a year ago. We were talking about him. I remember I'll hold my hands up. I was like, all these players need to be gone. Now you look at Calvin Bassey, mainstay in the Rangers team. Nathan Patterson, we've just got our biggest fee ever for. So it's a testament to the two guys that when you do something wrong, you come back and you fight back, and they both done it and done really well. So if there's any Evertonians watching as well, you're getting a guy that's got direct speed. He's going to bust down that right-hand channel for you in 90 minutes all game. He's creative. He's also got the defensive sort of attributes for a right back. I think that is probably something he needs to work on, though, is his defensive capability. He's got the delivery. He's got everything that's really needed for a modern day right back. And for Everton to pick him up on a long-term contract, if it goes the way they want, he's going to be their right back for a long time coming, and Scotland as well.
Definitely, mate. As I say, I just think about the aggression that he shows as well, and the determination he shows in the park as well. Things that are, I would say, a lot more important than maybe as they say, he'll bomb forward all day, but he shows the right mentality. He's there for the full 90 minutes and he's committed. So the Everton players are getting a real top player. Just don't sell him Man City, that's all I'd say.
No. And it was nice to see his message on Instagram yesterday as well. I thought it was very well put for him. Showed a lot of heart, showed his admiration for the club that he supported since he was a boy, won the league and all that. Thanks to everybody that was involved, and thanks to the squad and everything. I liked the wee bit at the end. P.S. We are the people. I thought that was smashing. So again, it just shows you when you leave the right way, the fans will accept it and wish you well. If you leave a different way, it could turn sour. But Nathan Patterson, I'm pretty sure there's no Rangers fan on the planet could say a bad word about him, to be honest.
Absolutely not, mate.
And then I think that's pretty much it for the transfer front. We've talked about who we're maybe looking at, who's went, and now on to the main part of the episode, which is the SPFL team of the season so far. A variation of players in this for different squads. And I'll start off. Goalie, I've got Craig Gordon.
Same.
Craig Gordon's just been a revolution. I don't know why Celtic ever sold that guy. I don't know what would ever go through him. He said to sell him. Top keeper, arguably the best keeper in the league this year with McGregor, but I'd probably edge it to Gordon. And that Hearts game as well just showed how good the both of them are when they played them. Save after save. Starting for Scotland, he signed another 3-year contract with Hearts. Going to be playing till he's about 42. So, what a goalie!
No, tremendous goalie, as I say. Echo everything you've just said there. He is probably so far this season. I say this is a list that's the team of the season so far. Maybe players that have stood out this season so far. Craig Gordon definitely is one of them. As I say, I've always rated him, even when he was at Celtic. He is a top goalkeeper. And as he said, that Hearts game, it showed exactly the two of them probably are the best goalkeepers in the league. Head and shoulders for me. Above everybody else. Definitely.
Head and shoulders. Right back then, could had a few. Ralston obviously had a breakthrough year with Celtic. You can't disregard it, obviously, Rangers podcast, but he's been good this season. But I still feel like you can't disregard the numbers of James Tavernier.
Exactly.
Rangers captain. I'm guessing you've got Tavernier as well.
I've got Tavernier, mate. Aye.
The assists, the amount of goals he still pulls through if you right back season on season, whilst obviously captaining the club and being a good example for everybody involved. Just head and shoulders above any right back in the league for me. That's
No,
what's happening.
definitely. As I say, you can't, as we've said, you can't not say Ralston isn't a candidate for maybe team of the season or team of the season so far. He has put in performance. He's another one of them who's went on a path as well. He's go out on loan to St Johnstone and all that. So he has put the miles in. He's put the work in to get a start for his team. But for me, you can't look past James Tavernier, as you say, what he does for the team. And he is the captain of the club. So I say, yeah, again, I agree with everything you said. So I guess we've got the same, so far the same two, but I guess when it comes to centre half.
Aye, we haven't talked about this, by the way. Like, I just said,
no,
right,
no, I know.
your team,
right. So I've got the boy for Hearts.
You get John Souttar.
I've got him there.
So
I think he's a fantastic centre half. Right, I'll go with my back. I'll just tell him my back four here now. Right, I've went with him, and I've went with my boy Calvin Bassey. Right, I've put him at centre half, and then I've put Barisic at left back. Right, I know you can say, oh, Barisic didn't hang me, but what I'm seeing so far, as I say, I watch my team, and then if there's players that stand out to me whilst we're playing them, I'll take a wee note of them. But so far for me, my boy Calvin Bassey and Barisic have been candidates for it, definitely. Anyway, for me, I know you're going to come out with maybe some other players you can do, and they probably have been. But as I say, my focus is on my team, and those two for me have been fantastic.
Aye, that's fair enough. I get that. Bassey is my left back, but starting off with my centre half, John Souttar, as you said, you've got him as well. He stood out all season and for Scotland, getting back into that team as well and scoring. He's just looked more like a complete player now, John Souttar. You can understand why he's been linked to Celtic, Rangers and teams down south. So he's been really good for Hearts, and Hearts have really surprised me this year, to be honest. Like, they've been very, very consistent. Like, they've got a good side there, good manager. Just they're consistent. Probably third is their position going to be at the end of the season nowadays, but they could have pushed for that second position if they didn't have to go through a wee purple patch of form. But John Souttar's been great this season. I can't argue with that one. My other centre half is Cameron Carter-Vickers for Celtic. I feel Celtic have conceded the less amount of goals in the league, and there's a reason for that. And I feel like it's the acquisition of him. He's been good this season. He's a unit, good centre half, and you can understand why Celtic would want to go and get him on a permanent contract, because he has improved their defence.
So, as I said, mate, with my centre halves, I've just put my buddy Calvin Bassey there. I don't really watch.
Well, I've got Calvin Bassey left back, but you can talk about him now.
No, but when it comes to, so what you're telling me is when it comes to February time and Ryan Kent pops the ball through his legs and minces him about, the boy will still be chasing the ball, aye?
Nah, well, we'll see what happens in February, but as of now, I'd say he's probably in there. Calvin Bassey, as you said, you had him at centre back. I've got him at left back. He's played both positions. Arguably, probably played centre back better. He's just fantastic. What a player. Just loves the club, love everything about him, and I still can't believe I didn't get a photo with him that day. But we move on.
Yep. Aye.
Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey.
Aye, Bassey's your left back. I've went with Barisic. Like, I think Barisic has put the work in. He's put the work in. I know he's been missing for the hangman, but when I've watched him play me, I'm one of the biggest things at Barisic. He's put the work in. Defensively, he's improved. I don't like the whole goalkeeping thing that he sometimes does, but apart from that, I think he's improved and he's really worked himself to get back into the team for Gio. Pathetic Watford. What do you think? 2 million? Are you mad?
That's what I forgot to talk about. 2 million bid for Watford. That guy's been touted. That's just a laugh. But I agree with what you're saying about Barisic. Since Gio's come in, it seems to have suited him a bit more. He's not got the pace to bomb forward. I don't think that Gerrard wanted in his team. He's more reserved, better defensively under Gio. So I think that suits him down to a T. So I think he's up there.
Should we going on to the best player of the season?
First centre mid, Joe Rebo, of course. Player of the season by a landslide for me. He's been phenomenal. Even when we were poor at the start of the season, Joe Rebo was still that guy that was turning up and trying everything he could to get a result. And if we're getting 16 million for Nathan Patterson, double, triple it for Joe Rebo at the moment, because he's unbelievable. I just hope he puts pen to paper in that new deal soon.
Please, Joe, I beg of you, anything, just put pen to paper. Congratulations to him as well. Did you not get into Africa's team of the year?
Team of the year in Africa and all.
And that's, the he's in a team with Mo Salah and all that's been put there. So congratulations to him as well. And as we say, we send him all the best luck going into the Cup of Nations. But carried us, as we've saying here, carried us when it looked like there was nothing getting done. Jordy Boyle was the one player that was the key standout, as we said so far this season. And the goal at Livingston, man.
I just seen that first person in the stand and all.
Aye.
It just and that's the he's got even more than that. Like Ross County scored a header at the front post. The one at Hearts, I mean, he takes it first time and slots it in. Like scores all types of goals, can play all types of positions. He's played at right wing, centre attacking mid, centre mid, CDM with Kamara, like the whole shebang. That's why Jordy's amazing.
I'll still argue he's the best left back in Scotland. I'm telling you.
You know, it's not a bad shout.
That game, man, honestly. I've went for Ringway in the middle of the park. I suppose it's only fair I hear everybody shouting and raving about him. So I've put Cal McGregor in there. I thought, do you know what? I'll chuck a bone. I'll be fair. I do think it's probably fair to chuck him in there, as I said. I didn't before the Scotland in the youth summer. I was never really seen it thing. But then he scored that goal at Ibrox, and then he scored the goal at Hampden in the summer. So what I've got to say is thank you very much, Cal McGregor. No, but he's a top player, I suppose. Well, you know, you could argue all day between who do you think player the thing is. For us, it's definitely Jordy. Well, obviously, Celtic fans are going to argue Cal McGregor, but I thought it'd be fair Jack and a chuck a bone, put him in there.
Aye, it's not a bad shout, to be honest with you. He's been consistent this season. He's been a mainstay of the Celtic team for 6-7 years now, so there's a reason for that. He's a good player, Cal McGregor. You can't get away for that, but I've went for another Celtic man. I've went for Tom Rogic, centre mid, because I've never seen Tom Rogic play this much, I don't think, ever for Celtic. And he's playing out his skin as well. He's lasting 90 minutes now. He's got a manager now that believes in him. And he's played that goal against Dundee United, obviously, was great. But I think he's turned it on a bit more. If you're looking like he was going to leave under Neil Lennon to then come back in and play some of his best football for Celtic, I mean, can't look away for that. On his days, technically, he's a great player. So Tom Rogic is in there for me. And my last centre mid, I can't not. Glenn Kamara for me. Again, Mr. Consistent for me. I just still don't feel like anybody notices what he actually does in the pitch ever. Like he's just so good all the time for me.
Well, listen, that's my set. I've put the two of them in there with Cal McGregor. As you say, he's another one. There's maybe has been games where I've thought to myself, what are you doing? But overall, still can perform at his level, as I was saying. He still does the job. So there's no argument there for me. Going into the attackers then, I've went for Martin Boyle. That's a player who instantly stands out to me. He's just a cup game, slotted them all in. And he is a player that I've noticed has been scoring regularly. He's scored into Celtic and all this season. So
it's been a top season for him.
It's been a top season for him. And he is a player I've been noticing, I must say.
I've got him in there as well. I mean, although I don't want to remember that game, he scored a hat-trick against us at Hampden. You got to hold your hands up and say, look, fair enough. But he's been consistent all season. And I think he's come on leaps and bounds for where he's been the past couple of seasons. He's always struggled maybe for consistent form. He's now getting that consistent form. He's the main guy at Hibs. He's just maybe going to get a move eventually. He's 28 now, so maybe he'll look to get a move soon. But Martin Boyle's in there for me. I'll start you off with a left wing. It's Kyogo. Again, try to be as fair as I can. The guy's, apart from diving about, does score a few goals for Celtic. He's hit the ground running. Exactly what you're wanting a new signing to do. He's been good. Can't argue with that. Although he does need to get out of Balogun's back pocket. I will say that. That's the only thing.
I'm the same, mate. I've put him in. I mean, take the diving away as a quality player. As I say, the 2 goals into Hibs in the Cup, I mean, they're sensational goals. If we're honest, a real football fan, those are 2 top goals. So he is in there for me. I mean, as you say, Balogun, you'll be reaching down and saying, you're right, you man, you're in there. You're like, no, no, but he's in there. I'll finish it off for myself there. I've put an odd one. It was somebody that I was a bit shocked that didn't get into the national side. I've put Tony Watt in there. I don't think he's another guy that's a performer for Motherwell. Seems to put the ball in the net for him, so I thought I'd chuck him in there so far.
I can't not put the top scorer of the Premier League in as well. Tony Watt's in there as well. Going to Dundee United though. leaving Motherwell to go to Dundee United in this window. So it'll
Is
be
he?
interesting. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep up his goal scoring
Why
form
is
over
he?
there.
Motherwell no having a wee decent season too.
Motherwell are all right, by the way, but Dundee United need a talisman. They need a striker, and for the fact
So
they can get the best, well, arguably the best in terms of goals and all that this season, it's a good coup for them. But it
That's a weird
surprises
move.
me a wee bit because Tony Watt he's a journeyman. He's been everywhere, and he's never settled anywhere. Now he's at Motherwell. He's scoring goals. The fans like him, and he
What a
moves away
settled
again.
move for him.
But he's
It's
been
a
good
bit of
this
a weird
season,
one.
Tony Watt, goal after goal. And I agree, he should be in the national team sooner rather than later, to be honest with you, because we always need somebody to just put the ball in the
goal
back of the
scorer.
net. And I feel like Tony
That's
Watt's
what I'm
that
saying.
guy.
I mean, he's at least somebody you could bring on. Maybe if you're, do you know what I mean? You're leading a goal, maybe the last 60 minutes, pop him on. He definitely could tap it in the back post. But that's a weird move, man. I had no idea about that. But I guess we're going to go into probably the best news about Jack that everyone looks forward to. My boy Greg is sure. I heard him. I seen it. He's staying up 5 hours or something. What's it? 5 a.m. watching us play in Europe.
I've seen it. I've seen his.
Motherwell need a talisman. Listen, Motherwell.
Greg
Head over
Stewart's
to
here.
India, bring him back. Get him on a podcast, eh?
I like that for him. He's still staying up consistently to watch a team on no sleep and then going to training. That just shows me again, though, how you don't really need to do anything in India. He's playing on no sleep, and he's scoring goals like that. But nah, he had a bad result actually, Greg Stewart, at the weekend there. I'm sorry to say, but they lost 1-0.
No, oh man, but how was his play? Was he
still get a 7 out of 10 rating? Played the 90 minutes. 4 shots off target, 1 shot on target. It's not the greatest hour for him, but I mean, I've still been watching that goal that he scored, that free kick for the halfway line. I mean, guys just turning it on. But that's the Greg Stewart update for this week.
You know what it is? Sometimes you need to let everyone, you know, when you're the best player in the league, you need to let a team just go, all right, listen, you can win one game, but I'll turn it up next game. Aye.
I know, that's the main thing. And I think that's pretty much everything. A couple of players I wanted to mention for the team of the season that missed out for me was Kemar Roof. I think he's been our most potent striker so far, and he's barely even started a game. He's won us games with penalties, last-minute goals, and all sorts. So I think he could have been in with a shout. Regan Charles-Cook for Ross County. I think it's mental that we're even talking about a Ross County player, but Charles-Cook's got 6 goals and 4 assists this season for Ross County. He's definitely made an impact. And then another guy for Ross County, Harry Clark, he's on loan for Arsenal. He's about to go to Hibs as well. Hibs are signing him up, so he's been good as well.
He was definitely a player when we played Ross County that impresses. Hibs, I thought he was on loan for Arsenal, but that's a big move for the boy. Definitely, as you say, shout out to your lad. I mean, that is incredible when you're playing with Ross County and you're not really expected to do the business like that. Maybe the boy for Dundee, I've seen if they going on about me. I know I forgot his name, but he is somebody that I've been impressed with. I forgot his name.
Dundee United, is it?
Dundee United, middle of the park.
Giando Fuchs.
Him. He's another one. Apologies,
he was one I had him or Tom Rogic, but just the drop off of Dundee United, I don't feel like I could have put him in there. But he's again another good player. I wish I could have put Benny Beningame in there because I've been impressed with him every time I saw him, but he's just missed out in the last couple of months so far. So hopefully by the end of the season, Benny, you're a Rangers player and you're also in my team of the season. But that's it. Is there anything else you want to say?
There definitely is, and I can't believe you don't want to finish on it, but I will finish on it. The documentary BBC One put out there for arguably, I mean, I was great, and I'm not even going to lie. As soon as you have my heart, mate, just think about it, man. Honestly, and
very well done.
I've been thinking about it, man.
I know, but just shows again the everlasting impact he has on everybody. I thought it was a very well done documentary. It was nice to learn a lot about his playing career and him as a man as well.
Just his time at Everton as well. It's nice to learn about the time at Everton and the kind of man he was. That he wasn't, do you know what I mean, walked right into the office and went, right, cool, who's going to manage the club then? Let's find out. who's going to manage this club. And
to me, that just told me everything about his character. To be honest with you,
I think that's
what a guy.
As I say, mate, that's what's missing from modern football. There's a lot of pussies, let's be honest. There's a lot of pussies and people who want to hide behind their agents and all this and patter and do phone calls. Now, Walter Smith, face to face, we're going to do it in my sack or in my hang me. Do you know what I mean? Let's do it. That's what I'm on about. A true man's man. Really. Nothing but love and respect.
Brilliant documentary. And it was a great way to end off the year with celebrating his life as well. So enjoyed it, and it was nice to see that Chick Young interview as well. You're saying Brian Laudrup can't play in Europe. Seen that again, that just had me in tears again. But brilliant documentary.
It was great to hear from Laudrup as well, and obviously they touched on the massive game where it was with Rangers v Leeds. I mean, I still look at that and I still feel so sorry for Ali McCoy's sneeze with that celebration, man, the way, honestly.
I know.
But no, Yelter goals for Mark Haitley and all that, man. Pelters. As I say, just with Souness and that, man, I couldn't hang. I mean, with Sir Alex Ferguson talking about it after it for weeks, he'd wake up in the middle of the night thinking about him, and it just shows you, do you know what I mean, the close friendship he had with Sir Alex, and obviously they touched on the Cristiano as well, the story there, and Wayne Rooney as well talking about him, and he had like 30 minutes with him or something in the gym, just talking to him about football and how he could improve his game and things like that. So it just shows you he didn't just touch the lives of players and people up here. It was also massive players in terms of you're looking at the history of the Premier League. Those two are two players that you're going to think about.
Aye, definitely. Walter Smith done his due wherever he went. And it was just nice to relive and learn about stuff we were too young to really see. It was nice to see all that put together. And I really enjoyed it. It was a good way to end the year off. So that was good. And then that's pretty much the episode. We'll be back next week to when does the season even start?
18th, Wednesday night.
13 days yet to we've got a game. So next week we'll figure out something to do, and then we'll obviously build up the Aberdeen game. So
absolutely, we'll build up and probably talk about the Aberdeen game. Still can't believe that Stephen Glass is in a job, to be honest. Oh, Hingme will no longer become punditing. Thank fuck. That's Eric McInnes got a job with.
He's not going to be leeching onto Rangers now.
Aye. Honestly, the best thing is we say all the time he did was not take a job. So I enjoy the Championship, I guess.
Enjoy the Championship, Derek. But that's it. We'll be back next week for another episode. Hopefully, with a couple of new signings to talk about. But until then, see you soon.